And we are live. Sorry, guys, for the delay. We are like 5 minutes late, I know, but we just had a session with the Ethereum push notification service team. Uh, we had Harsh Rajat, who is the founder of Ethereum push notification service, and Richa, who is the co-founder of Ethereum push notification service. So we had an AMA session with them, an interesting session. Do check it out. There is also an activity going on wherein all you need to do is predict the price of Ethereum push notification service on CoinDCX platform in INR, which will go live at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, so 100 lucky winners stand a chance to win up to 20 US dollar worth of free push tokens. So do check out the AMA because you will have to answer a question in order to participate in this activity. Do check out the AMA as well, and you can have a chance to win up to $20 worth of free push tokens. Now that being said, before we jump on to today's session and kickstart that, I do see there are a lot of queries and a lot of you guys are facing issues related to withdrawals, right? And a lot of you guys are asking about resolving withdrawal issues, pending withdrawal issues, and some of you are facing trouble with that. Some of your funds are stuck. So, guys, we are working on it actively. Our team is working day in day out on resolving the withdrawal issue. This issue may linger for a day or two, but we are trying to resolve it as soon as possible. Be rest assured, your funds are completely safe, and it's just that there is a delay in the processing. It's not that it isn't working or anything like that. There's a delay. As soon as the backlog is gets cleared, your withdrawal request will be processed quickly and faster. So please bear with us. We seriously regret this inconvenience caused to you. However, our team is working on fixing that. So please don't fear, and your funds are safe. Now, that being said, let's kickstart the crypto conversation session tonight, today. And in today's session, we will be talking about Metaverse. We will try to get into a Metaverse, explore it, set up an account, see how it goes, and what all do we get into a Metaverse. Basically, what the hype is all about. Then we will get into Bitcoin and Ethereum price analysis, the weekly analysis that we did. Yes, we know we were not able to do a weekly price analysis session last week. Last week, we invited Graph for an EMA session, and we were not able to do that. However, this week, recent updates have come up in the market, wherein the price has, retraced, and it's trading now well below $60,000 mark, the resistance or the key price level that we all were hoping that Bitcoin will not break. So all of that in today's session, let's jump into that, and let me just quickly go ahead and share my screen and we'll kickstart that. So thanks again for all of you to join, and just give me a moment. I'm just quickly sharing my screen, okay? Perfect. So I guess you guys all can share my see my screen, and the metaverse we're gonna try and explore is Sandbox. Okay. Uh, for those of you who don't know what Sandbox is, Sandbox is a cryptocurrency which is available and listed on CoinDCX application. Uh, it is a blockchain-based virtual world that allows user to to create, build, buy, and sell digital assets in the form of a game. So it has a component of a DAO, it has component of NFTs, and it's a decentralized platform for a thriving gaming community. So that being said, when you go to the website, which is sandbox.game, this is how the interface looks like. Uh, home, you on the left hand side, you get to see a couple of options, which is home, market, create, map, about. Now keep in mind, every metaverse will have a different setup, right? What matters is, or what we are here to see is what they are actually, right? What the hype is all about. So we'll straight away jump into see how, we go and get to see, explore it. We're gonna create or log in using an account. We will use a MetaMask wallet to. Okay, we don't have to use this in an incognito mode. So just give me 1 second. Yes, this is the one. So all you need to do is just simply click, connect with MetaMask, and yes, you should have a MetaMask wallet connected. Once you will approve the command, and the connection is established, like just fill in the details and sign it up. So I'll use a dummy email ID and a dummy name. And let's continue and see how it goes. Sign in. You add that to your wallet. So as you can see, the profile is all set. Here at the top, it shows the Ethereum that I have. How many sands do I have? I get to see my profile. I get to see my wallet. I can also check out my avatar here. All right. So see, okay. So I hope you guys can still see my screen. Yes, you are, right? So as it's a digital virtual world, right? So to be in a virtual world, to roam around, to connect, to network, you're gonna need a virtual avatar, right? So this is one, one, you can say, asset, or a unique NFT that brings in or adds value, because as a human being, we all have unique features, unique sets. So even avatars in the in the metaverse, will become valuable as more and more people will be joining the metaverse. Avatars will start gaining more tractions or value, because everybody will want something or the other customized or special for just themselves. So we're going to choose this tennis teacher, just something randomly, and we'll save changes, and let's see how this goes. Try it now in the game maker. So we go to game maker. Now, how do we do this? Do we buy land and create in your own land? Discover the map. So now here, what you see on the screen is like every metaverse, right? They will provide you, or they will give you a map. Once you have selected your avatar, the avatar that you want to use in order to roam into a metaverse. uh, the next thing that you will jump into or you will identify is what the map looks like, because map is what you will be exploring once you get into that digital realm. What is it, or what all is it that you are going to explore there? So whenever you click on any block, right, you start getting details, some details about that in terms of location, what it is not, and all of that. Like here it says it's premium, right? It gives you the location, right? And it tells you who's the owner is 2D Moon, land 43, 199. So you can buy, sorry about that, you can bid on this land. Say for example, if you bid, you want to buy, so you can buy the land, NFTs. These lands, they are sold and bought as NFTs. Every land will have some unique feature. Different metaverse have different applications and features involved in it. For example, there was one metaverse wherein you buy a piece of land and you can mine virtual gold, silver, platinum, and then you use that in some digital economy on that metaverse. Some may have meetings and events kind of structure wherein you buy a land and you are renting it out to the people who are joining that community in order to to host a meetup and stuff like that. So as of now, at this stage, the metaverses which are out there, they are in developments. Some are in beta phase, but the lands and the avatars and the markets are pretty much available. There is a create option if you are a creator, right? So you can create these metaverses. You can actually build a 3D game metaverse, so no coding required. And you just I'm not sure how it works, but let's see, you create awesome 3D games for free using, so they already have models and all that you can place. Well, that's interesting. Play to earn. Now let's check one of the quick insights into how this games looks like. So more or less, as you guys can see on this video as well, what is happening is the first creation of an avatar, right? And once the avatar is ready, then you get into the game. So basically, more or less, that's a metaverse that's you gonna look like. And here it's a game, but think of a metaverse wherein it's about you interacting or in a community. Now, the more and more communities and the businesses are there happening on a metaverse, you get to trade into the market, and that's where the incentive for everyone or for most of the people would be or could be, which is the money, right? So NFTs, avatars, right? The instruments or the objects that you use in that metaverse gains value, like this cruiser jet ski, which is for $201, an avatar worth $156. That's interesting. So this is basically what metaverse is gonna be bringing. I know it's a very small update to begin with. We will take you through in depth metaverses. I will definitely pull out one metaverse and check it out and play one of the metaverses. How to go on that. However, do check out the sandbox one. It looks like really interesting. There's a lot of land, entities, equipments to buy and sell. And in the next not next crypto conversation, but in the next series for the metaverse, we will touch upon that. We will definitely jump live exclusively into a metaverse wherein we'll explore and see, we'll try to earn some cryptos or some activity, will participate into some community event or something and see how those interactions looks like. We'll basically spend a day or some hours in a metaverse. uh, Before we move, so in the metaverse uh, there are artists and everyone who has started coming in. So it's a Snoop Dogg private party pass, right? uh, Not sure what this will get access to, but it says get access to exclusive NFTs and enjoy priceless experience. So you get to attend Snoop Dogg's private metaverse parties, right? 1,000 private party passes has been minted, only minted, and not sure how the distribution works like. NFT from creators. Yes. So see, this is the interesting part, right? Your favorite artist will be hosting these kind of events uh, on in the metaverse, and you get to attend their private parties, right? Not the events. The regular events that goes without the staying, right? You get to do that, but the private metaverse parties as well, private events and party of your favorite celeb, right? You get to attend that in the metaverse as long as you are a part of that. So now, by now, you might be seeing that, okay, what the hype is about. This doesn't tell you that what exactly the interaction gonna look like, or the end gratification, but this tells you, hey, this is what the hype is all about. There is a virtual world that's upcoming. You get to set up your avatar. The avatar drives the value. It's the objects that you use, be it a car, be it a jet ski, be it a house, be it the land, that drives the value. That is something that trades. That is what you can trade upon, make value upon, bring value in. And not just that, there is much more in terms of events, parties, gatherings, get-togethers, social networking, all of that which happens within metaverse in a very uh, intuitive way. Now, for the next session, I would really definitely would try to explore something on the metaverse, get inside it, and will bring some more in-depth experience for you guys. However, not wasting further time, let's now jump into the weekly analysis session that we do. And for that, let me just quickly make sure you guys are able to see my screen. Perfect. So here we are back to Bitcoin price analysis, Bitcoin and Ethereum weekly price analysis. Let me just zoom out the chart. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, since the last week at least. Uh, it's gonna take some time. We're gonna spend some sweet, sweet time today here on this particular chart and understand what is actually happening. So first of all, let's move into a daily chart, and then we'll come to the weekly analysis. Perfect. So as you can see, the 60,000 level mark has clearly been breached. It's now broken, right? And Bitcoin is going fairly below. Now, one key thing to pay my attention to here is that since the moment Bitcoin has broken this level, right? Since the moment Bitcoin broke this level, right, it is in a free fall movement. So there are two key things that you will have to look here in order to understand this price movement plus any price movement that will be happening in the future as well, so that you keep on becoming expert. Now, we would really like you guys to understand the underlying principle or the reason why we take you guys through this price analysis is week by week we plug in and share some insight or some tip or trick with you guys. These tips and tricks combined together will help you out in order to come to a conclusion for any price. Here we give you the summary, but in order to come or jump to the actual price conclusion, you'll have to utilize all the tips and tricks that we share in this session here. Okay. So first thing first that you will see is that the way MA has been broken is quite violent, right? It was quite a violent breakdown for the MA. The price just literally tore through it and went downwards. Same happened the last time as well. When the Bitcoin price started retracing, Bitcoin had a very violent crash. Bitcoin crushed the MA very violently. Okay, most of the times whenever there is a violent MA breach, okay, the price movement tends to fall down till the next following level down below, till the next MA moving average which is available down below, like it happened last time, which was when Bitcoin fell from 52,000 till $40,000 range. Similarly, since the day Bitcoin has breached $60,000 range in one single break, the momentum, and if you look at the MAs, the momentum is clearly towards the second MA, which is close to $53,800 range. Okay, won't be surprised, and for any further price action to be done in Bitcoin, right? It has to at least get support from this particular moving average. Now, either price comes down to this moving average or this moving average comes up to the range of 56, 55,000, $56,000 range. That's what we have to see. But fair to say, whenever there's a very violent breach of moving average, the price tends to move to the next moving average, which is available way below that, and that right now is of $53,000, $54,000 mark. Second thing, since we have breached the $60,000 mark, right, it does signal a little bit of downside, which is on a short term basis. Okay, it doesn't signal that it's going to be a long term downside yet. It can turn into a long term downside, but not yet. Okay, as long as Bitcoin first of all holds this level of $53,000 level mark, and is able to hold fairly at this, is at this slant range as well, right? Increase uptrend as well, then it'll be fair to say. Now, if for those of you who has been attending, who have been uh, have been a part of this price analysis for quite some time, you will notice that we prepared this trend line earlier. Okay, so we prepared this trend line earlier, and at that point of time, the price was hovering at $65,000 range or in this area. And when we looked at this particular trend line, we thought that okay, it is quite far-fetched that the price might just draw down like this. However, at that point of time, I did mention that there is a quite possibility or a probability that the price moves sideways and this trend line keeps on coming up. The progression is still happening in this trend line, like as compared to, let's say, price dropping down to 49,000. If the price has to come all the way down today, it's going to be $52,000 mark, right, which is close to $53,000 that we touched upon. Also, to keep in mind, we have a support available here, which is at $48,000 mark. Uh, what just happened? Nothing. Okay. So here, if you'll see, we have a good support range at the range of 47,000, $48,000 range. It's acted as a support when price was having some action in the month of April, May, June. Then it acted as a resistance back in September, October. Now, since we are trading above it, it should act as a support if this price level is breached as well, which is of $48,000 range, then yeah, we can see further downside to the price movement. However, for now, at least for the next 1 week, which is what matters, because we will catch up next week as well and do this analysis. The price movement will be downwards. The price trajectory looks downwards, if not sideways, and not looking for a very vigorous movement from here, because the scope of movement is very less from here. It's gonna be till $52,000-$53,000 range to the max as of now, until unless some violent movement comes. Okay, that's as per the current price levels. Now moving on to the next one, which is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum might paint a different picture, but that stands for us to see right now what it paints. And looking at Ethereum, Ethereum is trading strongly above its support. Ethereum didn't breach its support of $4,000 level mark. Okay, so Ethereum did retrace from $4,600 range. However, it is trading fairly above $4,000 range, so that is a fair signal. But if the downtrend in Bitcoin continues, it we can see continued bleeding in the Ethereum market as well. And since Ethereum has also breached the moving average, the first moving average of 30 days, which was at 4,300 with a very violent move, we can expect Ethereum to touch either uh, retrace till $3,700 range, or Ethereum is more likely to pull up this moving average to $3,900 range by just simply doing a sideways movement. Okay, so as far as the RSI goes, right? Any down, any downturn, any correction that comes, right? It cools down the RSI, and a cool down RSI is a good sign, because RSI is what gives the space for the project or for the asset to move in any particular direction. If the RSI is overheated, the space for any price movement to happen in, be it Ethereum, Polkadot, Bitcoin, Avalanche, any project, any cryptocurrency you name, if the RSI is overheated, the space for any price action to happen is very less. If it's when the RSI cools down, which is at the range of 30, close to 30 at least, it creates a lot of space for the price action to happen. So more or less similarly for Ethereum and Bitcoin, further correction does look on the charts, not pretty violent or significant changes. When it comes to Ethereum, it could be up to $3,700 until unless Ethereum pulls up that moving average to $4,000 mark. When it comes to Bitcoin, it is close to $53,000, $52,000 range when it comes to weekly price analysis. $52,000 range, this particular top, right? So that's what we are looking at in terms of price analysis. Yes, there is a little bit of downside, but not to be worried about. Overall, in terms of the overall cycle, the market is still looks healthy. So this is looks like nothing more than less healthy correction. And with that being said, we will be concluding today's session. Thank you all for joining. Yes, we are missing out on the news piece this week, but we will be bringing in a lot of interesting news for you guys next week. And this week we have activities lined up for you. So we want you guys to spend time on the price prediction activity for Ethereum push notification service. So keep an eye out for our Twitter space, for our Instagram account, and Telegram for our community channels. The announcement will go live by 8 p.m. tonight. Post that, you can participate in a very simple price prediction competition for Ethereum push notification service. 100 winners, 100 lucky winners will win up to 20 US dollars worth of push notification token, and you will have to answer a simple question for that to validate your entry while answering giving out your price prediction, which is you will have to name one of the investors of Ethereum push notification service. So do check out the AMA, fulfill that activity, and we will see you in the next crypto conversation next week. Till then, have a great weekend, guys.